Hey guys, Varunate here. Hope all of you are safe. So in this video, I'm going to give you the top games that you can play on your latest OnePlus 8 or 8 Pro, considering that this phone is having all the top-notch specs with the Snapdragon 865 Adreno 650 GPU, and we have considerable RAM, 8 or 12 gigabytes as well, and we have this beautiful AMOLED 120 Hz display. So definitely there are so many games which are there which can be played on this, and I think these are the top few which I like. They're my personal preferences. So these are games based on the graphics that they show, how well they're optimized and how they look on this device. So without further ado, let's begin. So obviously the number one game in this list will be PUBG Mobile without a doubt. This is the hot fresh game right now in the market, as you all know, and this device is capable of playing it immensely well, because there is a dedicated video about this, so I'll leave a card there so that you can just go and check it out, a proper gaming session which I had done. But right off the back, if I let you know over here in the settings, this phone is capable of running it on HDR and Extreme, which is the highest setting that any phone can run it on right now, and believe me, it looks gorgeous. I have done the gameplay over here. It looks really beautiful, and it actually affects the way you play the game as well, because it makes it easier for you to spot enemies and whatnot. So if the game plays well, obviously you're going to like it. So this is the number one game that you can play on this game, on this device, and it runs flawlessly no matter for how many hours you play it. I've played it from 100% to 0% multiple times during this lockdown, and this phone does it without breaking any sweat. So this is definitely my top pick on this device. The number second game over here is the World of Tank. Now this again is a very graphic oriented game, because it has so many things in it in order to download and the resources, but the way it looks is gorgeous. So again, this is a multiplayer game. Over here you can add your friends and buy different kind of tanks over here, though, again, as you can see, and these are World War II tanks, so you can play all the battles with them. And the texture, there's multiple graphic settings again available over here, where you can push the frame rate higher. So this game supports 120 Hz of frame rates, which is fabulous, and I have pushed it up to it right now, if I'm not wrong. So when you see, look at this. Unfortunately, many of these games don't run full screen, so as you can see, there is a black bar on the left side over here. But apart from that, if you look at the general graphics, it looks really beautiful. Now this is the HD texture over here in this game, and it definitely looks good. The controls of the games are really nice. From the right, again, we can maneuver the tank, and from the left we can move it here and there. Very simple, very good looking, I would say. But look at the graphics and the texture, it looks nice, and this AMOLED display definitely does justice to this graphics. Now this requires around 2 gigabytes of data to download the game, get all these textures, but definitely it is worth it. And there are multiplayer battles between the tanks over here. You can purchase different tanks as you go along, and it's a really nice game. I personally enjoyed it. So if you want to have a good game where you invest some time and play it, I think you will definitely like it. So next up we have modern Warplanes. So again, this is a very beautifully optimized game, and as you can see over here, this is again multiplayer game where you attack the enemy air force team. It looks really good again on this beautiful AMOLED display. For some reason it does not go full screen, but the graphics again on this device looks fabulous, and it is really smooth. It has all the elements of a really good display. As you can see, look at the water and the reflections which are there. It looks really beautiful, and I'm certain that you will enjoy it. It's really smooth. All the menus looks beautiful, and again, here are multiple environments over here. You can play single one-on-one game as well, or these are team death matches where you can have a team and then fight in some games over here. Again, it's a really good game following the recent trend of online gaming, where you have online multiplayer battles among different players. It looks really good, and I'm certain that you would definitely like it. I personally like it because of the graphics which it shows, because again, on a gaming device having this quality graphics It's really nice, and we have come a far way along now. And there are multiple terrain again in this game. There are cities. There's a water body over here, and there are 15, 16 types of environment where this game is played. Different kinds of environments. You will definitely like it. And again, it runs really smoothly. This is the highest setting at which it's running right now, and the game is playing nicely without any doubt. Again, this is capped at around 60 frames per second, so you will have no lag or hiccups over here or frame drops because of the capable hardware. So moving ahead, so the next game that we have over here is Warship Blitz. Again, this is a multiplayer game where you battle with the warships. This game again has this beautiful graphics, as you can see. The colors are amazing, and here also you can play multiple modes, which is one-on-one campaign or the multiplayer campaign or the battle versus AI, which is definitely there. So when you go in the settings, you do not have many things to fiddle, but again it runs on the highest graphics, and it goes up to 50 frames per second, and this phone is definitely capable of handling this at 60 frames per second, which is really good. Again, these are all similar kind of games, multiplayer war type of games, but because this phone is capable of handling all the heavy games which are thrown at it, I love games which are rich in quality and graphics, and these are the games which provide it. That's the reason I love them. And again, here as you can see, this is a team deathmatch, and this is basically enemy one. You can invite your friends as well in this battle, and you can have a one-on-one battle with them. You can buy ships, you can upgrade them, and again you can have multiple battles over here. So again, as you can see, it's a very simple game to control as well. There is some tutorial, but look at the graphics over here, guys. It looks fabulous on this display. Look at it, and I am really impressed with it anyways. And look at the water, look at the reflection and the colors in the sky. So that's what I'm talking about. Good quality graphic games, they are really nice to look at and play, and this is one of the best again in this. So link for all these games will be there in the description. So we'll go to the next game right now. So next up is Alto's Odyssey. It's a really simple game, sandboarding game, but the specialty of this game is essentially that it supports 120 frames per second, so you will definitely like it. It's really simple, and the environment which is there in this game is beautiful. It looks gorgeous on this display. The weather which is there in the background keeps on changing, and at 120 frames per second it feels smoother. And this is one of the games which is actually taking benefits of this 120 Hz display which is there, and I definitely love it. It is just a relaxing game altogether, and I personally like it a lot because just the way it looks, it's really simple. It's not a very big game as well, so just if you're traveling and you want to relax, I think this is one of the best game to play. Definitely, with the kind of graphics it has, and this display really supports it. The 120 Hz makes it a really smooth experience, and this is definitely one of my best games to play in my spare time. Now next up is this Skyforce Reloaded. Again, this is a retro style game, shooting game which we used to play, and this certainly brings the nostalgia feeling, but with the modern effects. So it looks really beautiful when you play, because it has amazingly designed environments and graphics over here. This is a very retro kind of game because we used to play it on the emulators before, but having this on this display again looks really beautiful. And as you can see, the environment is really well designed. It is a modern take on this very traditional kind of game which you used to love. And as you can see over here, look at this. Look at the environment which is there. It is so much detail. It's a very simple game, and you don't have many things to do over here, but as you move ahead, as you move up the level, it becomes harder and harder. But look at it. It is so well designed, and because of which it makes it a very simple experience, and anyone can play this for like long hours as well, because it's really simple. It won't even take a toll on your battery that much, but definitely it is a really entertaining game, and I would recommend to play this on the device. Next up, we have this Real Racing 3. Now, I know many of you love the Asphalt series over here, but this is again one of a kind because the graphics on this game is beautiful. We have gyro control on this game, and it definitely looks fabulous on this device. And this is one of the very few games which actually runs on full screen by default on this OnePlus 8 Pro. And as you can see, look at the graphics and the details which are there present in this game. It looks really good. It is really smooth. The frame rates are extremely high on this game. Again, it does not support that 120 hertz altogether, but the way it is optimized, it looks really smooth. And since this is a professional racing track, you can have that feeling of playing Forza Horizon if you ever played on PS or Xbox. But definitely the way it looks on this device and the way it plays on this device is fabulous. Again, this is a very heavy game. It takes around 2 gigabytes of resources to download all these things, but it is a very vast game. It will consume a lot of your time, but because the way it looks and the way it feels on this device, it's fabulous. Snapdragon 865 and Adreno 650 is capable of handling the heavy resources that are required on this game, and I definitely love it, guys. So I know that there are many other games which are there which can be played, namely which I have missed. Personally, is Call of Duty and Asphalt 9 and all that, but these are really common games. Again, people knew about it, so I just wanted to put forward all these games which are there, which are not that much known. But definitely, I feel that on this device they do a beautiful job in terms of utilizing the hardware which is present on this device. So I definitely love them. So please, if you like the video, guys, please give me a thumbs up. Also mention which game you play on your OnePlus 8 Pro and which you like. You can comment it below, and I can try playing it as well. But yeah, guys, these are my top picks of games that you can play on your latest OnePlus 8 series. Definitely this can be played on any other device which is having Snapdragon 865 as well, but these are the games, considering the overall package, these games will look beautiful on your device. So yeah, guys, this was a video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.